your knees. Your legs may come together, or they may not. Please mute your end if possible. And then sitting on your block, determining which is the best version, maybe a higher, a lower, maybe a blanket. For some, maybe no block at all. Feel that lift through the side bodies. Shoulders gently settle on our back. And then your palms. Palms can come to sit. Palms down, palms up. Or I like to make a basket with my fingers. And just come to your seat. Take a few breaths to make those subtle adjustments that just feel right for you. Once you're comfortable in your seat, bringing your attention to your mind, to your breath, and bringing your mind's gaze to focus on your breath. Just breathing. Noticing what the spring weather has brought on allergies, congestion, a runny nose. Maybe your lips are dry. And just notice those so you can adjust as we go through class. Adjust your breathing appropriately. Beginning to lengthen your inhales. Extend your exhales. Noticing that if you're slightly congested, maybe that inhale takes a little more to fill your lungs. Trying not to mouth breathe. Lips are gently sealed. And gaze is soft. Eyes are closed, or your gaze is gently coming down the bridge of your nose. And just sit for a few moments. Today, appropriately, we're talking about asteya and non-harming, non-stealing. But we're reading from Deb Adele this month, and for several months here, and she's talking about stealing from the earth. Last week we talked about stealing from others, and that when we take the limelight, we're bringing the attention to us, that in a way we're stealing from our friends, our family, our acquaintances. But when we steal from the earth, we forget we are spirits that have a human experience. We forget that we are visitors to the human experience, and as visitors, we are visitors to the world in the fullest sense of the word. She says we wouldn't go to a friend's house for dinner, complain about the food, leave the trash lying on the floor, and walk off with the candlesticks because they're the ones you guys really liked. And yet this is how we often treat our world. We're visitors to this land, to our bodies, to our minds. To fully appreciate this reality is to accept that nothing on this physical plane does or can belong to us. To own something becomes a form of stealing. We use the term I, mine, my with everything. My house, my car, my clothes, my kids. We even say I had a flat tire. The ownership of things is steeped deep in our language, culture, and it makes it hard for us to appreciate the extent to which nothing really is ours. This yama asks us to view everything in our possession as something precious on loan to us. And for the time that it is on loan to us, that we take care of it. Non-stealing implies more than not taking what isn't ours. It is an inherent understanding from the moment we are born, we are in debt to the gift called life. The ancient Vedic scriptures speak of taking nothing without giving something back. Imagine what would happen if each time we took something, we gave something back. I don't believe they were talking about trash. I do believe they were speaking to an inherent sense of reciprocity. So as we go into our practice today, just think of those things, because all of us are in class today, everyone out there, just part of being a Coloradan. We're tied to our mountains. What we can do to give back, to take care of. So setting our intention. Go on. To take care of our planet. Taking a couple more breaths here. And with your exhale, setting your block off to the side, coming first to a table. And then tucking your toes and finding your way immediately to your down dog. Taking your dog for a walk, bending one knee, then the other, straightening those legs, waking up your hamstrings, making whatever movements feel right to you. Bringing both heels up and setting your heels over to the right, getting that stretch through the left side of your body. Inhaling back up to center, and then bringing your both heels over to the left. Finding that stretch through the right side, all the way down your side body, hip to armpit. Inhaling back to center, coming high on the balls of your feet, and then slowly and with intention, lowering your heels to or towards the earth. Taking 2-3 breaths here. And inhale, coming forward to your plank. Let's start the day off strong. Coming to our plank, shoulders are over wrists. Check in with your pointer fingers. Your pointer fingers are parallel to each other. Heart is soft as you're pushing the earth away. Small tuck in that tailbone. Feel your heels reaching back. One more breath here. And with your exhale, come back to your down dog. Maybe your feet need to be a little wider, maybe a little closer. Check in with those parts and do what's right for your body. Inhale, coming forward to that plank again. Take a full breath here as you push the earth away. And with your exhale, we're going to bring the right hand down, left forearm down, and you can take the bind like you're coming into a headstand for this first one. And checking with your shoulders. Shoulders are over your elbows. Elbows and forearms are pushing the earth away as your heart softens. Reach that tailbone back. Feel those heels reach back. Knees lift. Activate those quads. Pull in that belly. And breathe. Coming to that Ujjayi breath if it's part of your practice. If not, just a long inhale, long exhale. With your inhale, rise back up to your plank. Inhale here and exhale back to that down dog. Waking up our shoulders, getting in some strength building right off the start. Inhale forward to plank one more time. Push the earth away here, and as you exhale, come down to your forearms, keeping your palms flat on the mat. Check in. Pointer fingers are thinking about being parallel. This may be a little more difficult with your arms, forearms on the earth. Important piece, push into the pads of your fingertips, push into those forearms. Then walk your feet back if you need some space. Heart is soft. Heels are reaching back. One more inhale, exhale here. Then inhale, come back to your plank, left hand, right hand. And exhale back to your down dog. With your inhale, rise high on the balls of your feet and look between your thumbs and walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway. And exhale, fold in. First forward fold of the day. Big bend in the knees may be appropriate, even a slight bend. Weight comes evenly into the four corners of our feet as your head is facing towards the earth. Taking a couple breaths here. With your inhale, hands to hips, gaze rise up and lift up, coming to stand, finding your Tadasana. Checking in here, pushing into the four corners of your feet. Knees are lifting, activating your quads. Pushing into the four corners of your feet, tucking that tailbone to activate your belly. Feel that corseting action. Shoulders are soft, gaze is gentle. With your inhale, reach your arms up, gaze comes up, and exhale to fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Plant your hands on either side of your feet and step back, right foot, left foot, top of a plank, and inhale here. Yogi's choice, drop your knees or come through your chaturanga and find your way all the way to the mat. Tops of your feet to the mat. Bring your hands, arms alongside your torso. Palms are facing up towards the ceiling. Inhale here, but push your pelvis down into the earth. With your exhale, lift your feet, lift your palms. Feel those shoulders moving onto your back. Your hands are reaching up for the ceiling. But your gaze is soft. Exhale, release it all down to the mat. Hands come under your shoulders, tuck your toes. Yogi's choice, push up through plank, come through table, and exhale to your down dog. Taking 2 breaths here. Inhale, rise high on the balls of the feet. Look between the thumbs and step forward. Right foot followed by left. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold in deeply. Root down through the 4 corners of your feet and reach up. Rise up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale and reach up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, left foot, right foot, top of a plank, and inhale. Exhale, drop your knees or come through your chaturanga. And then exhale all the way down to the mat, tops of the feet to the earth. Hands are staying under your shoulders. You inhale, pull up into a baby cobra. Arms are pulling back, isometrically pulling your fingers back to pull your heart through. Push that pelvis into the earth. Exhale, nose to mat. Tuck your toes, come through table, come through plank. And exhale to your down dog. Breathing here. Inhale, rise up on the balls of the feet, step forward, left foot followed by right. Inhale and lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold in fully. Root down to reach up, gaze up, and exhale to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands. We're going to step our right foot back, coming to a long lunge. Bring those arms up, lift that belly, but we're only coming up to thunderbolt. So just peel that belly off the thigh. Activate those arms. Check in that your front knee is over your ankle. And then with your exhale, palms facing the earth, reach them back. So now your palms are lifting up towards the ceiling. Waking up those shoulders. Delts in your pecs. And reaching up, lifting the hands, lifting the wrists, lifting the forearm up towards the ceiling. Inhale, bring your hands halfway, and then bring them out to a T, and roll those thumbs so they're facing towards the ceiling. And then lift those palms up. Lift those thumbs towards the ceiling, upper arm and elbow, all lifting up. Right from the shoulder socket up. Inhale, bring those arms to the Y shape, and thumbs reach for the ceiling. If appropriate, drop your back knee. Inhale, bring those biceps to hug your ears, and walk those arms back. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, top of a plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. And exhale to your down dog. Taking a couple breaths here in your down dog. Inhale, rise up high on the balls of your feet and step that right foot forward. My apologies. Drop that back knee if appropriate. Lift those arms and come to your thunderbolt on the other side. Inhaling here, taking a couple breaths, and then sweep those arms back, palms face up towards the ceiling, reaching. Wrists and elbows lifting too. Inhale, bring your arms to a T, palms facing forward, thumbs towards the ceiling, and move the whole arm back in space. Feel your shoulder blades come together. Inhale, bring your arms to that wide and move them back. And then bring your biceps to hug your ears and reach those arms back. Exhale, hands to either side of your front foot. Inhale and step forward. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, folding in. Root down through your feet and rise up. Exhale to heart center. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, we're going to plant our hands, step our left foot back. Preparation for warrior two. And windmill those arms up. So your back foot's at a 30-degree angle, turning in. Right knee is pointing towards your pinky toe side of your foot. And reach those arms away. Arms are active. Take a breath here. And then we're going to bring our arms, palms face forward, right elbow across left, and reach it up. Take the bind and lift up, and then move the elbows away. So you're lifting up on your arms, on your upper arms, and moving your elbows away. Release the bind to your hands. The inhale. Your next inhale, straighten that right leg and reach forward, coming to your Trikonasana. Elbows are soft. Right knee has a little micro bend. The muscles are all active. Breathing fully, breathing gently. Inhale back to your warrior two. Take a full breath here. And windmill your arms down. Let's do it. Come to that long lunge. Put a bend in your knees, put a bend in your elbows, and jump switch. Planting that right foot, turning that right foot in slightly, and then windmill your arms up. Checking in with your alignment, checking in with your arms. Left knee is reaching towards the pinky side of the foot. Gaze is soft over your right fingers. Left fingers, I'm sorry. Bringing your arms, elbows to cross, binding your forearms. Breathing gently. Your inhale. With your exhale, reach your elbows away, making space across your back. Release the bind, come back to your warrior two. With your next inhale, straighten that left leg and come to your triangle on the other side. Inhale back to your warrior two. Taking a full breath here. Windmill those arms down, step back in yogi's choice. Come through a vinyasa or just find your way to down dog. Inhale, rise high on the balls of your feet and walk your feet to the middle of the mat and walk your hands back to meet. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and fold in. Hands to hips and lift up. Coming to stand at the middle of your mat. Okay, now we're going to work on today. We're going to go from tree to warrior three. We're going to build in our arm work. So I'm going to do it standing this direction. So you're going to have the side view. So being about the middle of your mat, come to your Tadasana, weight equal in both feet. Hips are level. Then bring the weight into that left leg. Right foot palm comes to your tree pose. Foot on your shin, foot on your thigh. And hands to heart center for a few moments. Find your breath here. Find a soft gazing point. Something for your eyes to focus on. Bring your hands down alongside, palms facing forward. Then roll your thumbs in towards your body, palms face back, and reach your whole arm back. Your upper arm, your elbow, your wrist, all reach back. With your inhale, bring your hands to center, arms to a T. Palms are going to be facing up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to roll them back so the palms face up towards the ceiling. Then exhale. Move those arms back in space. From your fingertips to where your arm lands in your shoulder, move everything back. Breathing gently, breathing fully. Inhale, bring those arms to the Y. So they're a nice Y shape. And move those thumbs, wrists, and upper arms back. And bring your arms to hug your ears and move them back. With your next breath, we're going to release our foot off of our leg and bring our knee forward, so our knees bent. Arms are reaching up. Yogi's choice, hands can stay where they're at, or with your exhale, turn your palms and begin to bend at your hips, coming through to warrior three. Somehow graceful. Now your palms will be facing, if they're alongside your torso, palms will be facing towards the ceiling. Your biceps are still hugging your ears, arms straight, palms should be facing each other. Inhale, back to center, hands to heart center, lift that leg. One-legged Tadasana. And exhale, release. Woo! Wasn't that fun? Good stuff. Shake out your legs. Preparing to do the other side. Finding the four corners of your feet, pushing your weight evenly down into your legs, squaring your hips, hands to hips if that's comfortable. And then with your inhale, bring the weight into your right leg, and your left leg is going to bring your foot palm to the shin or to the thigh, and hands to heart center. Find your version, find your comfortable spot, find a gazing point. Release your hands down, palms are facing, same way you are. Exhale, roll those thumbs under, palms are now facing back, and start reaching your arms back in space. The whole arm, your upper arm, elbow, forearm, and wrist. Feel your shoulder blades kissing on your back. Bring your hands back in line with your torso, then begin to roll those thumbs. Palms come up to face the ceiling, and reach those thumbs back in space. From your shoulder blades to your fingertips. Whole arm is working. Inhale, bring those arms up to the Y. YMCA. YMCA. Woo! Reach those arms back. Then bring your arms up, biceps to hug your ears. With your exhale, make the decision, do the arms stay straight or are they going to come through and alongside your torso? Palms reaching up towards the ceiling, squaring the hips, legs are active, including that lifted left leg. Inhaling back to center, hands come to heart center, leg is lifted. This side doesn't work quite so well. And release. Woo! Nice job. Whew. Love finding those body parts. Isn't it fun? Stepping to the top of your mat. Coming to your Tadasana, hands, arms alongside your torso. And just take a breath or two. Reconnect with that 4-count breath. Inhale, reach your arms up, gaze up, and exhale to fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, yogi's choice. Step right back to your down dog or come through to vinyasa. Either way. In your down dog. Take a breath here. And now from our down dog, we're going to bring our forearms, left and right, down to the earth. So we're going to be in that funky down dog shape. Then walk your feet in, push down into those forearms. Lift up with your gaze. And maybe walk your right foot in a little further and just kick. 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 Switch feet. Maybe you use right and left leg. Kick. Trying some donkey kicks here. 3 or 4 on each side. Then bringing, when you've had enough, heels and toes together, knees wide, and just stretch back to a child's pose for a breath or two. Walking your hands back, sitting on your heels. Now, yogi's choice. How did that feel? Everybody have fun? Yay? Good times? Now you can either use your block, set it between, so you're holding this way on the floor. Or my preference for this pose is to grab your strap. Bring a loop into your strap, and then bring it just above your elbows. We don't want it pinching on your elbows. And then we're gonna adjust it, come down, take your adjustment like you're doing an inversion, and kind of adjust your strap so your elbows are landing where you expect them to be. Get yourself comfortable. Watch your monkey tail so that it stays someplace safe. Now you're going to start from our knees this time. So get your arms where you want them. Get everything tucked in. Push into those finger pads. Push down into the forearms. Then lift into your modified down dog. Just get comfortable here, and then pick a leg, walk it in, and kick. 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 Several times. Switch feet. When you've had enough, come on down. Toes close, toes to touch, knees wide. You set the strap aside or leave it on and come to your child. Walk your hands back. Come sit on your heels. Okay, so we've got a bunch of choices here, a bunch of options. None are right, none are wrong. You can, if you have a wall, adjust your mat so you've got your wall. You can do this in L pose. Miss Kim, I saw you out there. Put your strap, get your feet, bring your hands into the position. Step up a little, and then step up. You can do your L pose. It's gonna feel a little funky because this does dump more into your shoulders, so be mindful of that. You probably won't hold it as long. You can work on the donkey kicks in the middle of the room that we were just doing. Or with your strap, without your strap, bring your fingertips to the wall. Now, if you're coming to the wall, My suggestion is, and excuse the view, you're gonna lay your fingertips at the wall, take a measure, and then your other hand is gonna come about mid-forearm. Then walk your hands back. Because how you get away from the wall in this pose is walking yourself away from it with your hands. Strap optional. So let's adjust our hands, fingers to the wall, butt down. Walk one of your hands back. So your thumb's going to be in line with your upper forearm or your elbow. Take your measurement, push into those thumb pads, and step up. Gaze is between your elbows. Push down into those elbows, down into those forearms, and kick up. Pushing down into those forearms. Don't have to get there right away. Try your donkey kicks. Take your time. The important part is, woo, don't hold it longer than necessary. And if you notice your elbows pushing out, grab your strap. I know it's annoying. Trust me, I don't like it myself, but it helps to train your elbows to stay in their spot. Then if you want to try, maybe your hands move back another half arm. Maybe not. Step it in and lift it up. Stay for as long as feels comfortable. Take your child's poses in between. Do what's right for you. If you're working on your L pose, maybe lifting one leg away from the wall, just like we do in all our other inversions when we're learning. And as always, if none of this feels right, come to your legs up the wall version and do your legs up the wall. When you've had enough, we're going to set our goodies off to the side and we'll all meet up in a child's pose. I would suggest if you have your blocks, if you have two handy, because we have done a lot of shoulder work, grab your blocks, set your elbow on your blocks, and come into the shoulder version of a child's pose. You can do no blocks and bring your hands back to get that nice opening. You can have the blocks on the low setting or the medium, preferably not the high. Just be here and breathe. Bringing your focus back to your breath. Excuse me. Lifting halfway, setting the blocks off to the side, and just coming to a child's pose. We've done a lot of shoulder work, so it may feel good to let your arms come alongside your torso, palms up, reaching back towards your feet. Lifting up your forehead, walking your hands back. Coming to sit on your heels, and then sit off to one side. Bring your feet up in front of you. And come to lay onto your back. Whatever version of getting there feels good to you. The flop, the fall, or if you want to get a little bit of core work in, feel free. We haven't done a lot of legs today, so grab your block, bend your knees, feet come to the earth, and get yourself kind of in a bridge position. And then we're going to take your block and we're going to tuck it between your knees. And have your strap handy. There it is. I lost my strap for a second. For this first one, you're pushing your knees into the block, crushing the block. As we're working on our yamas and niyamas, obviously you're crushing the block with love. Push into that. Push down into the balls of your feet. Hands are going to come palm down onto the earth. Tuck those shoulders. So your shoulders are already tucked. Pushing your arms down into the earth like we were reaching them back for the ceiling. Same amount of push. Inhale, and then exhale, lift up and crush that block. If you don't feel anything, walk your feet in and crush that block some more. Should feel this along your yoga inseam. Pick up on that yoga inseam, pick up on your pelvic bowl, lifting from your core, and smash that block. One more inhale, lift it up. Exhale, bring it down. Whew. Set your block off to the side. Walk your feet wide and let your knees bump into each other. So your feet are going out. And shoulders, let your arms roll where it feels good. And take a couple breaths. Now, grabbing your strap. You're probably really close to exactly where it needs to be. Lift up those feet and try on your strap. About knee height. You're probably going to tighten it some, but this first one, you're going to let it go a little wide and then tighten. So you're going to bring your feet to the earth. Strap is just above your knees so you can bend comfortable. No impingement. Feet come to the earth and then get your setting. So you may need to loosen your strap, you may need to widen your strap, but then push your legs out into that strap like you're going to rip it in half. We're strap testing now. Once you got that, take a little break with your legs. Bring your arms out, palms face down, tuck your shoulders, push into your hands. Shoulders are tucked, hands are pushing. Reach those legs away from each other and exhale, lift up your tush into your bridge. This you should feel on your outer hips. Outer hips, maybe outer thighs, but mostly outer hips. Gluteus maximus might be really unhappy, medium and minimum. Whew, can't say that 3 times. They should be screaming because they are what allow your hips and legs to do this. If they're not, nice job, you have happy glutes. Woo! And breathe and lift. Push down into those hands. Don't let the shoulders out of the act. They still need to do a little bit today. And breathe. Oh, fun. I love this one. Woohoo! Lift that tush a little higher, push into the balls of those feet a little firmer. One more big lift. Exhale, release your hips down to the earth. Whew. Take your strap off. Knees knock together and your feet come wide. Whew. Oh, that feels so yummy. Woo-hoo. Taking a few breaths here. And then yogi's choice, coming into a twist. I'm going to take a nice gentle twist. It's releasing on the hips. We're going to the right side. We're going to be here for 10 breaths. If a long leg twist sounds better to you, or some other variation, we try to get one where your shoulders are relaxed and just laying on the mat, and the twist is through the belly and the hips. Inhale, knees, legs back to center. Realign your torso and hips. Bringing that left hip to the midline and exhale. Coming to the other side of whatever variation you're doing. Inhaling back to center. If there's any pose that you need, any stretch that's calling out, feel free, or just come right to your Shavasana. Beginning to wiggle your fingers, your toes, bring movement to your wrists, your ankles, your hands, your feet. Reaching your arms up overhead, taking a full body stretch, reaching through one side, reaching through the other side, reaching through both sides. Bringing your knees into your belly, wrapping your arms around your shins, gently rock side to side. Coming to your right side, your left, or up through center. Taking your time to find your way to a comfortable seat. Palms up, palms down, resting on your knees. Eyes are soft. Just a moment or two of reflection. Bringing hands to heart center, bowing chin to chest. As you go out through your week and through your Saturday, thinking of things to do to give back to the earth that takes such good care of us. May your practice be a benefit to you and through yourselves, a benefit to the world. Namaste.